Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best third/fourth tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, and we are starting a week of hard grinding using fairly meta Pokemon, just going for ELO here because I think now that we're in the second half of the season, the first half is always fun, just like try new things, try new Pokemon that you haven't used because there's a lot of time. Now we're in the second half of the second season, right? So we're in the second week of Great League slash Sinnoh Cup, and then there's 2 weeks of Ultra League and Ultra League Premier Classic, and then there's 2 weeks of Master League Premier Classic and the Love Cup, and then there's 1 week of All Catch All plus the uh, Johto Cup. So I need to start grinding ELO. As you saw right there, my starting ELO is 2444 heading into this. Coming out of today, I used this set for three. I used this team for 3 sets. I got up to I went 10-5 with it. So I probably got up to, I don't know, 25, 20ish, something like that. And then the next team that you're going to see tomorrow, I went 8-2 with. I'm up to 2600. So we're just going to straight grinds. The next 5 days, you're probably going to see 5 teams that you can just do very, very well with in Great League. So team number 1. Let me preface team number 1. Although I went 10-5 with it, you're going to see like I played really well. Like I don't want to just like pat myself on the back, but some of these games I should not have won. And Trevenant, it comes down to Trevenant in the back. So some of you may have noticed this team if you saw my Pokedaxi collab vid. This is a team that I used to beat him was Shadow Swampert, a Ninetales, and I used Umbreon in the back. So I decided to pick Trevenant. There's 2 trade-offs of this, right? So I'm using Powder Snow on Ninetales. So let's just go Swampert and Ninetales first. Swampert is going to deal with your Bastiodon, Galarian Stunfisk. Hard, pretty good in neutral matchups. Weak against grass and to a certain extent like flyers like Altaria. Ninetales counters the opposite. Great against the flyers like Altaria and Mandibuzz. Weak against Galarian Stunfisk and Bastiodon. Okay in neutral situations. So now I need a third. The common weakness that you can kind of see at the front is, to a certain extent, Azumarill, which is why I put in Trevenant. When you put in Trevenant, you open yourself up to 2 weaknesses. The first being like an Altaria, right? Because now I'm double weak to like a flyer there. Well, like Altaria, I have nothing to throw at it. I could throw a Sledge Wave, but it takes a while to get to there. And then you're going to lose there. What it also does is opens you up to Dark in the back, like a lot, right? Because you just get walled by it. So what it does do, though, is allow you to better hang in the Azumarill matchup. So that's why I put it in. Plus, it also gives you a better edge in like a Medicham matchup where you would not have a super amazing matchup with the first 2, but Medicham Deox there. So that's the trade-off. Let's get into these battles because like the first and third battles, like I think I played really well in these. So let's take a look like right off the bat here. Swampert against Jellicent. Jellicent is another reason. Well, Umbreon has a good matchup there. So I go immediately into Trevenant. This is the problem with this team also. You don't have a safe swap, right? Trevenant can easily get killed here with Mandibuzz or like a Noctowl. Umbreon obviously has those weaknesses too, but a little wider ranging. So I get hit there. I am going to get to the second move here. So now, because I get to the second move, I know that they're going to have a move. Aerial Ace is such a bad move. So I want to start getting ahead on energy here. I know they have a Jellicent. So I need to just get ahead on energy because I have no idea what the third Pokemon is. Right now, Jellicent is already a deal with this because I'm running Powder Snow, right? So I need to throw the Dazzling Gleam on it. I'm going to let this go because I think I need 2 shields for that. Hoping I can get the full farm down. And I can, so that's big. And they come in with a Azumarill. So things are not looking good here because we both have 2 shields left. I think they let that go. We both have 2 shields left. They have a full health Jellicent. And I've got a half health here and a full health Shadow Swampert, which is a little glassy. So I grab, I think the first shield maybe, no, so I let it go. So that's big. Because now what I can do is let this go and just go full Swampert because I have 2 shields and the Jellicent have 2 shields. So what this allows me to do is only works because I have a Shadow and I snuck a move in there, right? And they throw straight Shadow Balls, right? So there's a lot of things that came into play here. So they throw straight Shadow Ball. I'm guessing maybe they have Shadow Ball, Ice Beam. Because I'm a Shadow, between the Mud Shots and the Hydro Cannons, I'm only going to need 2 to take it out. So I am able to Mudshot, Hydro this down, and win the 2 shield because they had to go straight Shadow Ball. I shield this up again. It is a Shadow Ball, so I'll get this next one off to grab a shield, and I'll get one more off to take it out. They do sneak a Hex in there, which is not great, so I had to throw probably pretty quickly because I don't want them to get to a move here. And then I go and I Mudshot down the Azumarill. So what was a pretty hard match. Oh, I get to the, because yeah, super spammy. So what was a tough lead, tough switch, not a good matchup there with Powder Snow either, managed to come out with the win. So that's there. Here we have a good lead, which is nice. They're not getting out right away, and they finally get out and catch on the crest. So good catch. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build up a bit more so I have the Hydro in case I need to come back in there. And I'm going to come in here. I think I do shield because I don't know how much a... Oh, it was a Future Sight too. I don't know how much a Moonblast did. And I know that like one Hydro technically does not take out the... Even from a Shadow, because it was super low, but one Shadow does not take it out. One Hydro Cannon doesn't take it, so I wanted to do some chip damage, and they hit me with the Drapion. And this is another weakness on this team, is Drapion. Because you are, I mean, you're good in the front, like Swampert just destroys Drapion, but you're weak to it in the back now, because instead of having the Umbreon, which you could have a good neutral matchup, you are now, they have the Crunch and the Sludge to deal with both of your Pokemon. So I did manage to chip it low enough. I think I come in with Ninetales just to get ahead on energy, because what I didn't want was to come in, farm it down all the way, and then they could like get ahead on energy. Sorry, my baby's crying in the background. Hit them with the Hydro here. I have almost back to back there. It could be an Earthquake, I think. So I got to shield it up. It is just a Rock Slide bait. Maybe I just didn't know how to count properly. But because I banked all that energy at the beginning, I am able to get back to back here to take this out. So they waste the shield thinking they get to the Earthquake, and they do not because I banked so much energy there. This will take it out because it almost gets taken out full health. So being that low, and then I can just Mudshot down, or I could have Powder Snow down. So this next matchup, same thing. There's your Altaria, right? So I only have one real answer for this, but I immediately go into Trevenant because Altaria against Trevenant is not a terrible matchup because they run Dragon Breath, right? It's not a flying move like a Skarmory. It's Dragon Breath. So what I wanted to do was basically come in there and get as many Claws and Shadow Balls off as I could before I get hit with the Sky Attack. They immediately switch into Stable. I do grab a shield, and they're down on energy. I come in here and I get this out of here quick because I do not want to take a move, foul play unnecessarily here. Knowing that my Ninetales is going to have to put in work here. I am switch locked, so I'm trying to switch and I can't get out. I can't get out. I finally get out, so I'm loaded with energy. That's the only good news. And here comes the Azumarill. So I'm loaded with energy. If I remember, they do shield this one up. Yeah, so that was a good shield on their part. But now I have 2 shields here. And if I remember, they throw the Play Rough because Ice Beam is resisted, obviously. And Play Rough is the best, cheapest move. So I still have a shield left. I think I need to keep this alive or let this go, thinking I can survive one. Because I think what I can do at this point is if I can get this low enough, I can Mudshot down and then hit or snipe them here. And they catch an Altaria. But all that does is allow me to put this low enough that is now within like Powder Snow range, because the Dragon Breaths aren't going to hurt me because I'm half fairy. So I'm going to just commit to the full farm down, knowing they need to throw the move because the Dragon Breaths aren't going to take me out. I can farm this down all the way and then hit them with the Dazzling Gleam for the win. So again, tough lead there, tough switch, tough back end, managed to work around it for the win. So again, I could have been much worse with this team because you do have some weaknesses in the back. Like you can run Umbreon, that's fine. Obstacle lead here, this is good. It's not good, but it's a pretty decent matchup because you're pretty sure you outpace them to the moves. The problem is, once they get one move off, they're going to be able to outpace, like, they can just counter down. So what I can't do is let this go because they can probably just counter down there. And I want to force a shield. And then they get the attack boost. So that is rough. So throw the Hydro. They're boosted. So I got to let this go because even counters from this range will probably take me out before I get to my next move. They go for the next boost, but they do not get it. So I go, and what I could do here is, maybe this was a mistake. I could have thrown the move and not taken this, but I wanted to come out with the energy just in case. So farm it all the way down. I am now pretty low because they were boosted, and out comes the Nidoqueen. So having that extra energy is going to help me here because now I can go back to back Powder Snows or Weather Balls to take this out or grab the last shield. And I'm going to instantly swap into Trevenant to not get farmed down. And they let it go. And then it's Trevenant against Deox, and this game is over. So lucky on the back line there. Umbreon would have had an okay matchup, but the counters would have added up real quick. Skarmory is okay. It's not great because I'm a Shadow, so these quick moves plus the Sky Attack is going to take me down a lot, and I don't want to get farmed down. So what I'm going to do here is, because I'm going to outpace it a lot, I'm going to shield here, build up a lot, and then they come in with their own Swampert. So I'm going to throw this to force a shield, and then switch into my Trevenant, and I catch a Hydro. The problem is a Hydro here almost does like 45%. And between the Mud Bombs, I'm almost taken out here. So that was kind of like surprising. Trevenant is, I guess, a little glassy, but also Hydro Swampert, Shadow Swampert Hydro Cannons just hit real hard. They shield and take switchback. So the problem is now they're going to be loaded with energy that even if I get to a Hydro Cannon, they're going to get to at least one, maybe two before I take them out here. I think I can get to the second one. So I shield and try and get to the Hydro, and we both simultaneously swap. Because I think we both did like, who's going to get to it first? Let's both try and catch it. So I tried to catch it. They tried to catch it. I come in here, just short of taking it out. One more Powder Snow would have taken it out. It's too bad because now I'm going to hit with the Sky Attack, which is a lot of chip damage unnecessarily. If they come back in, I can throw the Weather Ball. What are they going to come in with? Azumarill. Oh, I threw blindly. Yeah, I remember that. I remember being really mad at myself for this. I threw blindly. They had the Azumarill, and this is essentially over because now they can just now they can just bubble me down and have back-to-back moves coming out of this. I think I do get in to try and snipe a Hydro, but I think they catch on theirs, and then they're able to bubble me, ice beam me down for the win. So kind of a dumb play by me there. Like, I should have waited a little longer to see. I just didn't want. What I was worried about is that they had the move, and if they came in, they would have thrown it right away to take me out. But yeah, that was a dumb mistake on my part. I threw this. I even know I know I have no chance, but I just wanted to see how close I can get, but not close enough. So Swampert into the mirror match. The mirror match is always tricky. Any mirror match on the lead is always tricky because you're always trying to sneak one in there, which I did. This is not enough to be anything but a Hydro. Again, Hydro to a Shadow Swampert does a lot. So, okay, that's a lot. They end up shielding the first one, I think, and then because I do get to a second one, but they tried to snipe me, I guess, but I do get the second move off. I'm now going to come in with my Ninetales. I have two options here, and I think the best option is to just build up on energy because I know one won't take me out here. And if I can come out with two moves here, that's more than enough for me to deal with the Pokemon that's going to come back in. So in comes the Swampert. I can do chip damage. I'm hoping to get to another one that they overfarm. They do not. I am going to shield because I am at a move. So I'm going to force them to use their second shield, or I'm going to see what they have in the back. Or is it their first shield? Their second shield, yeah. And they shield. At this point, I'm like, something's probably weak to this in the back, but I don't want to. It's too low. I'd rather just have a full health. And it's a Stunfisk, and that's interesting. So this is definitely just a Rock Slide. That was way too fast. Because it's the only move they can throw because ground is resisted. And I was like, how much does the Shadow Ball do? And Shadow Ball does a significant amount here that is now within Seed Bomb range. So I think I'm probably going to show this next one up because I can take this out before they get to the next Rock Slide, and then I should be able just to claw down for the win, if I remember. And yep, I'm going to be able to claw down. Because that's the problem. I love Swampert. Super. It's like a sort of a glass. It's not a glass cannon, true glass cannon, but it's pretty much glass cannon. So Trevenant lead is rough. I tried to switch out immediately, and I over-tapped. I tapped by accident. So I snuck a move in there, which is huge. Because basically, I don't think there's ever a real reason to throw, and I think I got a move in there. In my opinion, there's no ever reason to throw the Shadow Ball because the claws do so much that the C-bombs plus claws is enough. Because I snuck one, maybe two moves in there, I now won this. So this would take it out, and they let it go. So we would have CMP'd, which is great. So now take me out. That's fine. They undercharge, I guess, to try and get one more claw in, which is fine. I just want to wait out the clock a bit because I don't want to be switch locked in case like a Bastiodon comes in and just walls my Ninetales. And they come in with the Stunfisk. And, okay, so my thought process here is I got to come out with some energy here because I'll shield up the Earthquake, which I expect them to throw because there's no reason not to throw it. Because farm down, I'll have energy coming out of this, like a decent amount of energy coming out of this, that if they try and come in and snipe, I can just take it out and then still have a bit of energy. And they come in with an Azumarill, and I've got a loaded Sludge Wave already. So this is good. This could take it pretty low, not that low. But I think it's now within Hydro range, or at least Hydro plus Mudshot range. So I throw the Hydro, trying to get this out of here as quick as possible. I still got a full health, Ninetales. So I'm going to come in here because a C-Bomb is not going to do anywhere near enough. So they had to throw it or else they would be taken out too easy. And now I have a Powder Snow or Weather Ball, which is enough to take out the Azumarill. So this is a team where, like, against a lot of the meta, you can just deal with, right? So this is... In terms of my team building, it's not really one of those. So a tough lead here. I have two answers in the back to it, so I'll always go Trevenant. And this matchup's actually not terrible because I think you just so significantly outpace the moves that you can probably draw a shield here. But what I was saying is, this is a team where you don't really have a safe swap, like, or it's not like it's not an ABB line. It's not a balance with the safe swap. It is really three Pokemon that have play against various amounts of the meta put together, which is not my ideal team building, quite honestly. But I put it together and it worked. Like, you do need to work around certain matchups. You will just lose certain matchups. But Trevenant overall, even in a bad matchup, you can work around. So I grabbed both shields, right? Both shields, and it's in the red. So I don't really care about a Stone Edge. Nothing's going to hurt me here. So I just let this go because I need to save my shields because Venusaur in the lead, Bastiodon here, it could be a Galarian Stunfisk, quite honestly, because that line's pretty common. And there it is. Here's your Galarian Stunfisk. I'm almost at the Sludge Wave, which is good. I need to keep this alive, though, because there is no way I can take out the Stunfisk with my Swampert and get to a Sludge Wave on the Venusaur. So what I need to do is shield this up, hope this move takes it out, which it does not. They do get to a move, but it doesn't take me out. And I'm able to get a Weather Ball off on the Venusaur and then just come in and snipe with the Hydro to take it out. So again, or they try and snipe me here. But I'm able to get to the move, take this out, Hydro, take that out for the win. And then, yeah. So again, I didn't win a ton of leads here. I lost a lot of leads. And you don't have a safe swap. But I did manage to work around a lot today. So Swampert against Sableye, again, this is a neutral matchup at best because the claws are going to add up a lot. The good news is they have to respect the Hydro. I think they can. I don't know the matchup. I'm assuming they could take it into 2 shields just going straight Claw. But now they're going to grab a shield back, which makes sense. I'm going to grab a shield again or probably take them out here. Maybe they wouldn't be able to go straight Claw because I'm almost at the 3rd. And they shield. And then they give up switch. So they're down. This could just be an Ice Punch, but I can survive an Ice Punch, and I'd rather just save shields in the back. It's a Psychic, so I could survive either. It is low enough. I don't want to take another move. I want to save my shield, so I'm going to take this out. I'm almost out of move in case this comes back in. I don't want to get clawed down all the way, so I just want to do chip damage here, because then I can come in with my Ninetales. Oh, and they dumped energy too, so that is rough on their part. But now because they dumped energy, I can probably just come Ninetales and farm a bunch on the Powder Snows. And they come in with a Bastiodon, but I'm already too loaded here. I don't need to really worry about the fast move, so I want to try and come out with as little health left as possible, because what I don't want is them to get to, I mean, I think I still have a shield left, so it won't matter. But what I don't want them to do is get a ton of Claw farm, but I already have a shield, so it doesn't really matter in the ending. So that is the team. As you saw, like, I won a lot of games. I did go 10-5 with this team in 3 sets. I did work around a lot of bad leads, and you just need to like rely on your team. And that's the thing, right? Trevenant's got great matchups against your Deox. Deox, Medicham are your main reasons you run it, and a decent matchup against Azumarill. A9 covers your Flyers and your Grass, and then Swampert covers your Bastiodon and your Stunfisk. So that's how the team works. Like I said, did really well with it. Tomorrow's team is even more meta with even better results. So I'm filming this Friday, so I'm probably gonna use that team a bit more on Saturday just to grind some ELO, and then I'll try the thing with Great League is now Master League Classic used to be my best, but not anymore since Zacian came in. So Great League is actually my best league now. And I've got so many strong, there's so many strong, go check out my playlist, because I have done so many teams in Great League, and there's so many different variations, which are all super strong to use. So I can theoretically grind a ton of ELO with a bunch of different teams in this league. And that's what I'm gonna try and do. So tomorrow is a super meta team. You're gonna look at it a bit, you're gonna look at that team and go, really? And yes, really, because I am trying to get to experts in the next, realistically, 3 to 4 days. So that way I can be hopefully mid-level experts by the time I get to Go Battle Day next weekend. So yeah, that is it. That is the team. Time to grind ELO. And if you were hoping for spicy non-meta picks, you're not going to be happy with the next few days. But if you want teams that can get you a bunch of ELO, then I will see you back here tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.